Hey, what's up? It's Amy Scott Grant. Wearing the same shirt. Because, right? If you watched this month's second video on Patreon, then you know I batch record videos. So, hence, same lipstick, same hair, same shirt. All right. So, here's what we're talking about today. Such a sexy topic. No, not sexy, but necessary. Cultivating patience. I know. Some of you just got annoyed and left. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Sorry. It's almost Friday here when I'm recording this, so I'm a little wound up, I must admit. Going to the mountains this weekend. Pretty excited. Kind of keyed up. Cultivating patience. Dun, dun, dun. I know. You know, when I would do card readings with the Psychic Tarot, John Holland's deck, the Psychic Tarot, every time, like, I can't tell you, for like a whole year, every reading I did for myself, no matter if it was like a 2-card reading or a 10-card reading, the patience card would come up. And every time I was like, damn it, you know? It was just annoying. So, I hear you. If you're frustrated with patience, I totally hear that. I can totally relate to that. I will tell you, for me, I've done a lot of work around patience, and so I feel differently around patience now than I did even just 6 months or a year ago, right? So, but here's why patience is important. Because, you know, divine timing, that's a thing. That's like a real thing. It's a legit thing. And it just means like you can't rush. You can be expeditious and you can be efficient and you can streamline processes and you can get faster at manifesting, but you can't rush divine timing. It is what it is, right? I know it's frustrating as hell if you want to, because you can't. So I feel you. I get it. That's what we're going to talk about today. So we're going to talk about cultivating patience, because the more I know, there's people who know me who like 2 years ago would have laughed if I told you I was going to do a video on cultivating patience. But I've gotten so much better, and it has shifted everything. Remember in a recent video, we're talking about how you do anything is how you do everything. I'm telling you, I'm a calmer driver. I'm more relaxed. I'm just more, everything is just smoother and cooler because I have more patience now than I did not so long ago. So it will definitely make a positive difference in your life. And I promise, by having more patience, you won't become lazy. You won't become less productive, because I know these were reasons that I held on to my impatience as long as I did. Because I was afraid that if I got patient, I would become inefficient. I would not be as productive. I would get less done. I would be more tolerant of other inefficiencies. Like, I just thought, no. It's like, life is short. Lots to do. Chop, chop. Let's go. Right? And I was convinced like everything that I love about life would not work if I had patience. None of that is true. In fact, I'm able to enjoy life a whole lot more, right? So I promise you, it's a really good thing. All right. So what does it mean to cultivate patience? It means to create a feeling of calm, relaxation within yourself. And it reduces anxiety. It reduces frustration, aggravation, intolerance. I mean, like a whole lot of stuff. Okay. It makes everything run more smoothly. It is necessary because, like I said, divine timing. You can't rush the universe, right? You can often, if things are sort of sprawling and nothing's happening, yes, by focusing, getting clear with your intention, you can expedite your results. But sometimes here's what I have to say about divine timing. You can use a lot of push energy and make things go much faster. However, what I've discovered is that when you push for the quick, at all costs, what you receive is nowhere near as great as if you push for what you want. Okay? So what I mean is, if you put your order into the universe, or let's just we use this example a lot, right? Like putting an order into the universe is like putting in your order at a restaurant. Man, I use a lot of food examples. I really love food. I talk about food a lot. I talk about restaurants a lot. I know it. But yes, when you putting in your order with the universe is a lot like putting in your order in a restaurant, right? So some people do it like this. Like, here's what I like, blah, blah, blah. Read that back to you. Yes, thank you. And then enjoy the conversation, enjoy the breadsticks, the appetizers, a glass of wine, a soda, your water, the atmosphere, people watch, connection with whoever you're dining with, all of that. And then, our food's here. Fantastic. Right? This is so good. Yum. Other people are like, yep, here's what I want. And oh, shoot, I forgot to tell her no sour cream. Right? I don't want sour cream. And can you make sure that the such and such is, the bacon is extra crispy? And can you, right? Like blah, 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 right? And then they try to relax, but then they can't. They go to the bathroom, they come back, still no food. Our appetizers aren't here yet. What's going on? Hey, can you check on our food? It seems like it's taking a while, right? So some people are like really impatient. That's what it's like with an impatient person. There's also people that do this. This is never me, by the way, and I don't like it. When Andy knows I don't like this, so he can't do it when he's with me, but it annoys me. We're ready to order and we're in a big hurry. So if you could tell the kitchen to get that out as soon as possible, that would be great. That is never me. I don't even want to go. If I'm in that big of a hurry, I need to eat before I leave the house, or we're going to have to get drive-through or something. Like, let's grab a smoothie, get Starbucks, whatever, because I don't want to be rushed in a restaurant. I hate it. I like to sit and relax and take my time. I like to enjoy whoever I'm with and have like a nice relaxing meal. And don't you bring the check when you bring my food. No. Unless there's a line out the door and people waiting for my table, you better not try and rush me out of this restaurant. So, but everybody's different, right? So you might have a different way. You might be like, Andy, like, yeah, we're ready to order and as fast as you can bring that out. Okay. So which do you think the kitchen puts more attention and love and consideration into? The dish for the person who's got to leave because they're catching a movie and they got to get in and out quick, or the person who just places their order exactly how they want it and the server brings the ticket back to the kitchen to make. It's pretty obvious, right? The person that's rushed, they're going to make it as quick as they can. They're going to throw that steak on the grill, they get in and out, boom. Might not be, they might not have like I don't mean a clean, I was going to say might not have a clean plate, but I mean in terms of chefy clean, like, wiping off the edges and having it, I don't mean like they used a dirty plate, but clean presentation, I guess. Like, if you're not telling them you're rushed, you should get a clean presentation. The food should be carefully and thoughtfully prepared, and it should be properly seasoned and taste amazing and all that. Okay. Now, I've also noticed in certain restaurants, especially upscale restaurants, when you're not in a super big hurry, and especially if they're busy and stuff, which, the universe kind of is, and so are most really, really good restaurants, they stay busy because they're so good. When you're in a restaurant like that, have you noticed, like, you get some extra stuff? A little amuse-bouche, a little palate cleanser. You get some little, like, surprisey kind of treats and things, especially when you're just being cool and you're like enjoying, you're nice to the server, you're enjoying the company and you love the atmosphere and you're like, oh, what's this? Oh, this looks good. Yum. Sometimes they bring out little extra, actually a lot of times they bring out, at least that happens to me. Does that happen to you? They bring out like a lot of little extra things. Hey, just a little sampler from the kitchen, from the chef wanted you guys to try this. It's something new or blah, 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 whatever. Yay, fun, right? I love that. So think about this. Universe is the same thing. If you're like, I need this money, I need it fast. The universe, fine, here. Take this shitty job you don't want. Take this crap, like take This is the fastest way I can get you money. It's nowhere near as good as this thing I was working and aligning and setting up everything for you. But you want it now. You've made that clear. So we'll just get rid of this other thing and we'll give it to you now. So there you go. Now you have to work overtime in your job. You have to take on this crappy part-time job delivering newspapers or whatever. Here, retail. You wanted quick? Retail. That's the quickest extra money I give you. Now you have to work retail. I hate retail. What if you had just been patient, right? So you'd still get the same result, still get money, but instead of getting it in this beautifully aligned, amazing, feel-good kind of way, if you demand on it being fast, you get fast, but it's not as desirable. Just like the steak that's like, zoom, zoom, get this guy's steaks in a hurry, chop, chop, come on, get it out, boom. Versus the steak that's like lovingly prepared and thoughtfully prepared and delivered to you, and it smells good and you get to savor it and all that. So consider that you're cheating yourself out of exquisiteness, like a new level of extraordinary. You're cheating yourself out of that when you demand that it be fast, immediate. So this is a way that patience helps. Okay. Now, what is divine timing? I want to talk about that for a second. Again, you could put divine timing just means that things are unfolding in the most beautifully orchestrated way possible, right? Because there's what our brain can see and what our brain can know and what our brain can do. And then there's what the universe, would you agree that the universe is maybe a little bit smarter than us, a little bit more aware, a little bit more conscious, a little bit more vast in its knowing? So when you push things through, when you don't have patience and you're pushing, consider that this is all you can see. You have like tunnel vision and you're pushing like this. And the universe is going, yeah, but you don't even know like what I'm working for you. This angle I'm working for you. Like, just be cool. You know, I don't know if you've ever like commissioned any art or anything like that. It's like if you rush the artist, you jack up the whole thing. Yeah, you're still going to get your art, but you're creating pressure, frustration, responsibility. Like, you're adding a lot of heavy vibe stuff that isn't necessarily congruent with creativity, beauty, elegance, alignment, connectedness. Okay, it's the same way with divine timing. Like, the universe has its reasons, like it's working angles, it's lining up whole planets and solar systems for you. So when you're like, come on, you're jacking with that. All right, so how do you cultivate patience? I'm going to get rid of my list here. How do you cultivate patience? Okay, for starters, we talked about this in an earlier one. You can start by relaxing expectations. Okay. Again, when you go into a restaurant, for me, if I have a really limited amount of time, I don't want a restaurant. If we're trying to get to a movie and there's no time to sit down and enjoy a meal, I don't like being rushed. I don't like having to eat fast. I don't like someone else telling me to eat fast. So I would just as soon just get, like mozzarella sticks and popcorn at the movie rather than be rushed through a really nice meal. But when you have expectations, right? Like, if your expectation is that it's going to happen quick, then of course you're going to be frustrated when it doesn't happen as quickly as you want. So a way to relax expectations is to say, I would love for this to happen by this date, and I will do everything that I can do to get it here by this date. But as long as it happens by this date, I'm happy. But I would love for it to happen by this date. Right? And again, that's a different energy in the kitchen when you say, so we have to catch an 8:00 show, so we don't want to rush everything. We just, want to be mindful of the time. Usually that will be interpreted differently than, we need to get in and get out. So can you let the kitchen know we need this really fast? Okay. So relaxing expectations around time. Another way to cultivate patience is to begin to adopt the belief that divine timing is better than your timing. That anything with the word divine in it is probably superior to whatever you came up with. You do kind of have to, the ego has to come to terms with that in order for you to believe it. But it's true. I know, like with the universe, that's why when I use goal statements, I say, thank you for this or something better. Because this is the best I could think of that I could get my head around. But your thinking's bigger than mine. So I would love this or something better, right? Something better, faster, more amazing. That would be awesome. So divine timing's better than your timing for a multitude of reasons. But that can help you relax expectations as well and cultivate more patience. Another way is to realize that being impatient, when you start to get the impact of impatience, that can help you relax as well, because being impatient, it's kind of like, you know how people say about forgiveness? You've probably heard this expression. Refusing to forgive is like swallowing poison and waiting for the other person to die. Right? When you don't forgive, it's only you that's affected, negatively affected. The other person often doesn't even know. Right? And so you're mad at them, so you punish yourself. Being impatient is kind of the same way, because you when you're impatient, you're the one suffering, yet nothing in the situation is changing. You can't change the situation. And if you can change the situation, then you should just take action to do that. If you're in line at the grocery and you're the sixth person in line and there's only one cashier open, well, you can stand there and huff and puff all you want, but it's not going to make that cashier get to you any faster, because he or she is probably already going as fast as they're capable of, and all you're doing is stressing them out. And if you keep huffing and puffing and being all impatient, then you're probably going to manifest 3 of those 6 people in front of you writing a check for their damn groceries. Honestly, who still does that? Right? Or needing change or stamps, or then or cigarettes, where they got to send somebody to customer service to get the cigarettes and bring them back over. That's all you're going to do. It doesn't change anything. It just pisses you off. And it makes people around you uncomfortable. Right? But what could you do? If you're the 6th person in line and there's a cashier, you could tell the person behind you, hold my spot. I'm going to go get the manager to open more lines. And you can run over to customer service, or you can grab somebody in a vest, right? And go, hey, would you mind? We got a really long line here. Do you have any other cashiers you can bring on? And when you do that politely, they will probably put you first in whatever line they open. Or they'll take the next. Either way, it'll speed things up. You could take a positive action, affect change, and get what you really want, which is to speed things up. So huffing and puffing doesn't do anything. So believe it or not, that's a way to cultivate patience, is to do what you can. Do what you can with what you've got, right? And the other way is to just relax. The more that you trust the universe and the more that you relax, the less impatient you're going to be. For you, that might be meditation. That might be scheduling in some downtime during the day. That might be self-care, taking care of yourself. That might be learning not to sweat the small stuff. That might be spa treatments. Maybe it's a massage, or, sacrocranial massage, or going to a chiropractor when you don't have a problem, just wellness, taking care of your body and taking care of yourself, getting some healing, getting some Reiki, whatever. But the more that you can relax into the flow of life, the easier it is for you to cultivate more patience. I wish I could remember exactly what clearing I did, but I wasn't trying to clear around driving. But I remember one day I was doing a bunch of clearing. I don't know. I'm always doing a ton of clearing, right? You, me, everybody. I clear for everybody. I clear for my clients, whatever. And so I don't know what I specifically cleared for myself, but I remember it was almost like flipping a switch. It was one day I was kind of driver. And the next day I was It was like flipping a switch. And all of a sudden I didn't care. I didn't need to be in a hurry. I didn't need to be first at the red light. I didn't need to go around this pokey ass person. I just didn't care. Like traffic just didn't stress me out anymore. It was amazing. And I remember thinking, damn, check me out. Like, this is cool. Right? And then I had to, then I actually had more clearing to do because I was relaxed. I started being the person that people went around. I mean, I wouldn't say I drive like a grandma, but I would say I drive pretty conservatively now. And like, I started being the person that people go around, and wow, as an empath, you can really feel people's anger coming at you in a car. I had never noticed it before because I was usually the angry one in the car. And then all of a sudden I was like feeling all this anger at me. So I had to do clearings and like work through that and get around that. Right. But it has made me such a more relaxed driver. And what's amazing is I still arrive right on time. It's like all of that aggression and frustration and need for speed that I used to have, it didn't get me where I was going any faster, and I didn't feel any better when I got there. I actually still am on time and feel way better when I arrive. Like I arrive relaxed instead of arriving all wound up. Pretty sweet, huh? All right, so that's what we're talking about, cultivating patience. So I'd love for you to post a comment and share with me what's coming up for you in this conversation. Did I thank Gannon? I don't think I did. Oh my goodness. You know, we thank Gannon every video because we love her and because she is a patron here on Patreon at the spiritual ass kicker level, which means she gets a shout out in every video. Go Gannon, go Gannon. It's not your birthday. Go Gannon. I mean, it might be. Depends on when you're watching this video and when her birthday is, but we appreciate you being here. All right, so that's a wrap for this. I hope you have enjoyed the red and purple shirt, the May video shirt. And yeah, I hope that you can wait. I hope that you have patience so you can wait for the next video. And if you have a specific topic that you want me to talk about, train on, share some tools with, let me know, because I'm definitely open to suggestions as far as that goes. All right, have a wonderful day. Post a comment, let us know what you thought, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.